Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Why meeting women in the real world is better than online. Yeah, now I talked about this before in a car video, but you know what? I've been looking at a lot of stuff lately, and you know, there's all this stuff about so many young men being like single and alone and all of that. But then you also have the rise in online dating apps, and so many young men are using them. But I'm like, if so many men are using these, and it's already been established by several studies that more men than women use them, and it's not working for many men unless they are very physically attractive. I'm like, why would you use that? Seriously, let's just go with it. Does it work? Because anything you do, you should ask yourself, does it work? Like, I'm known for talking about body game, and I add other stuff in for people who really follow me. My simple thing is, does it work? That's like, if anybody got any criticism, show me how it doesn't work. Then I've always said that. In fact, I've said, don't just take my word for it, apply it and see if it works. So that's the first thing. I'm like, all these guys talking about online dating, but it's not working for a lot of guys. In fact, you got a whole bunch of guys complaining about the guys it's working for. Yeah, now, if you're very physically attractive and especially very photogenic, it's probably it's probably a turkey shoot for you. But let's be real, most guys are average. See, here's the thing with it though. If you think about online dating, it comes down to a very attractive picture. And even then, that picture need to be at the right angle, right quality and everything. You're not bringing much to it. All you bringing is just your physical appearance. And even then, you still got to meet the woman or something. But see, a lot of guys, let's be real. A lot of guys, it's just, except for like some like true players who can, seduce a woman right away for, meeting them and everything. Most guys, they still doing a lot of work. So I'm like, how's that working for you? And here's the thing though. I'm gonna say why meeting a woman online, in real world is better. You can bring more things to the game. You can bring more things. See, online, all the woman can see is your picture. That's it. Let's just be real. That's all she can see. You might have some words written down and everything, but really, how much that is, she's really decided on your pick. Because even to read the words you have, whatever you mention about yourself, she still got to like the pick to even go further. Now, compare that and contrast that to in the real world. You can bring more things in. Yes, she's still going on your physical appearance, and women typically make a decision in 3 seconds, but they also have more. First of all, there's always talk about height and everything. And really, when women talk about, they ain't measuring and everything. They just in general, want you to be taller than them. And notice I said in general. There's many short-statured men who are getting women out here. But you can bring more things. One, when they in public, they can actually compare the height. If she got to tilt her head a little bit, that's all she needs. Now, if she's 5 foot, you 5'6", you're still taller than her. She can also get a better gauge of your body build. She can also look into your eyes. She can smell you. Hey, women love to smell. That's a secret weapon. So she can engage you better. She can actually hear your voice talking. Because understand something, when women are making a decision about a man, they're using all 5 of their senses. So they need to hear you. Like just your voice alone, they can just like your voice. So you speaking to them, they're like, oh. They smell you, you got some nice cologne on or something. And they like, oh. They can check you out better. They can see your shoes. They can see your posture. Posture is very important. Posture is very important to a woman, how you walk. how you walk, how you holding your shoulders and everything. She can see that. And that's just if she's meeting you randomly, like on the street or something. The reality is many people still, even with all this social media, social online dating and everything, many people just meet just because they're in the same social circle. It could be at your church or whatever spiritual temple you at. It could be somebody you work with. And, I know there's always a big deal about, oh, me too and everything. That only happens if somebody's harassing a woman. But usually if they encountering each other on a job, they can talk to each other. They can actually get to know each other. Like relationships are still happening as a result. And actually they're better because then everybody is very careful. They better. It's not about meeting somebody and hey, you want to go out or anything. You're getting to know each other. It could be wherever, at a gym. You got these young ladies trying to start some trouble, but a lot of times you in the gym, they see you every day. They can get to know you, start saying hi, all of that, really get to interact. See, it's like it's more. It's you bringing more to the table. That's all it is. It's simple. You bring in more as opposed to just going on a picture. Because indeed, what's not talked about, sometimes the woman will meet the guy and then don't want to deal with him. Do not want to deal with him. It's gotten back to me from men and women about somebody saying, well, they look good in their picture, then they meet in the real world. It's like, ugh. But when you're in the real world, they see you from the get-go. You can bring more. You might just have, honestly, you might have just that good line, make her laugh or something. And she's like, oh, okay, make me laugh. Let me give him a little bit more time. You might say the right thing. You might just be in the right place and everything. So it's just a simple matter. You got more. That's it. You got more. Because let me go back to what I started talking about at the beginning. If you have all these stories about young men, they haven't had sex and that they lonely, single. But then you saying this online dating is rising up and you got people pushing it. I'm like, is it working? Now, if it was working, there wouldn't be any issues. That's the simplest thing. Just say that simple thing. I want y'all to think about that. If the men are getting more and more lonely, and using social, you can't just look at it by itself. You gotta look at the big picture. Why are they using it? And indeed, a lot of women are saying, well, the men ain't approaching, they not doing anything, which means they more open for it. Because there's been many a man who might not have been a woman's initial type, but just because of the circumstances, how they meet in the real world, he grows on it. See, that's something that's not talked about. Like in general, they make that decision in 3 seconds, a quick one. But like I said, if they're in a position to get to know the guy, all of a sudden he starts looking better too. They find out some stuff. They find out other factors. They actually find out they got some things in common. It's very powerful, And this is why. That's my argument. That's my simple argument. It's like you can bring more into the game. Because what's happening now, apparently, it's not working. Like guys keep arguing, it's like, is it working for you? It's just that simple. It's working for a small percentage of men. And everybody's having this back and forth. And it's like, sometimes just go talk to them. You can bring more in. She can see your body. She can see your muscles better. She can hear your voice. She can smell you. It's just that simple. She can see you walk. And indeed, she can even see you interacting with other women. Sometimes women get turned on by a guy because they see how he's interacting with other women or other people. They can say, oh, wait a minute. This dude's cool. Everybody's like, oh yeah, that's the guy. You can bring just more. You can just have more tools, all right? This is that simple. Now, I know some people say, well, it's online dating. Like I said, how's it working for you? I want y'all to just think about that, all right? And I know somebody say, well, meeting women in the real world isn't working for me. Have you tried? Seriously, tell me if you tried. Because my thing is this: if it's not really working for you in the real world, you really need to work on it. Because here's the thing: even with online dating, say you meet somebody online, you still have to make a connection. And if the connections are working out so well, why are you still online? Just think about it. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.